how good this audio is going to be. This audio is coming directly from the scope. It's recorded through my phone because I'm going to go through the menus. While you are recording on the scope, you cannot access your menus, so keep that in mind if you need to make quick adjustments on the fly in your recording. This is the AFM Spectrum 4K LRF. So we're going to go through the menu now. It's going to be a long press on the top turret. In here you got your brightness, 1 to 10. Contrast, 1 to 10. You got day mode, you got night mode, and then you got auto. Down here you got your photo album. You can actually go in here, you can click on, you can actually watch your videos through the scope. So you don't need to carry your phone with you if you want to see where your coyote went when you shot it, your hog went, none of that. You can watch it right here through the phone, through your scope, I mean. And then you quick press your LRF and your picture button on your scope, and it will delete it. Press and hold the menu button to back out. Press and hold to back out. Press and hold to back out. Down here's your advanced settings. You got your zeroing profiles. You got A, B, C, D, and E. Press and hold to back out. You got your zeroing process right here. So that's for your reticle. I mean, your profile. You got 1, 2, 3, 4. Then you can go down here to your zeroing. You access this with a short press. In here, you can change your distance, your type of reticle that you're running. They have a total of 10. I'll go through them here real quick. Hold on, let me change the color of it so you can see it a little better. Hold on. Not that one. Come on. The turret is very touchy. Let's go to something that you'll be able to see pretty easily. I think it's going to end up being that green. Pull down off of that target there, so you can see a little bit better. So that's one reticle you got. Here, let me go up to my zoom. Oh, you can see a little better. So you got that reticle. You got a dot. I'm not exactly sure the size of the dot, but from the looks of it, my buddy and I, we were testing out at different yardages. We think it's somewhere between 4 to 5 MOA dot. It's pretty nice. It's a little big up close, but it'll get the job done. It's nice because there isn't one that's like that, you know what I mean? They're usually pinpoints or little crosshairs. You got number 1 here. All these reticles will have a little red crosshair in the middle, so a little FYI. That's just a little cross separated. Went too far. Number 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 7. That's got the little BDC hash marks going down it. 8. And then the one I like, just because I'm running the ballistic calculator, which we can go over that later. Here's where you freeze it. You want to freeze it so you can move it around. And then you can go down here to change your X and Y axis, which I'll be doing a zeroing video here shortly. We're going to back out. No, I'm going to cancel that. Not going to save any of that. Press and hold it back out of your zeroing. Go back into your thing. Alright, so here's your ballistic calculator. You're going to want to turn that on. This is currently set up for my AR-15, my 223 that I built, running 55 grain soft points. I do have my LRF set on yards, but for some reason the ballistic calculator, I'm sure it'll be fixed with an update, is all done in metric. So you're going to have to convert everything over from feet per second to meters per second, your distance, which I zero my AR-15 in at 50 yards. That gives me a 230 yard zero. That way I don't have to worry about holdovers out to about 300 yards. Your altitude, your temperature, everything's going to be in metric there. So you're going to have to convert that yourself. Well, when that's on, when you take off my cover for my LRF, You can't do it in the high zoom. So let me back out of here quick. I'll back off. Now I'm running incremental zoom. So the way the incremental works is it'll go 3.5. The first time you zoom in, it'll double, and then after that, it'll go by 0.1, or as slow as you, or as fast as you twist it, you can jump up big time. So here you'll see, you see that little LRF box on the top. It changes colors as it goes over stuff. So right now it's shining that beam right there in the middle of the two targets. I'm going to go ahead and range that 54 yards to my target. So, and then if I zoom in, you might be able to see it. So you can see my main crosshair there. And then you see right above it's the X. And that's because I currently have the ballistic data in for the 22-250, which I'm going to be changing up here soon. So just wanted to show you that so you know what that looks like. So we'll go ahead and back the zoom out a little bit here. Now, and the LRF we'll get to here in a second. In the menu, there's a bunch of different settings you can change in it. So let's go back into the menu, press and hold, advanced. Here, it's kind of cool, so you can choose whether or not you want a fixed reticle, so it'll stay wherever you zeroed it at, or you can move it to the center of the scope after you're done being zeroed. It's always going to be in the center of the scope. Here's where you change your zooms. You can either go step zoom, so it'll go 3.5, 7, 14, 28, or you can do the incremental, which is what I run. And that's 3.5 to 7, and then 0.1 after that. Or if you rotate the dial fast, it'll increase faster. I like being able to have that, how do you want to say that? Being able to have that option instead of just constantly doubling everything. Down here's your rangefinder. You got once, continuous for 5 seconds, 10, 15, 30, and 60. It's not bad during the daytime, but when you are running this in night mode, seeing the horizontal flashes is just going to get annoying as hell to you. So I always just run once. Plus, if you're going to run your ballistic calculator, you need to run it on once, or your ballistic calculator will not work. Keep scrolling down. Here's where you go to your hotspot. I'm not going to turn that off, obviously, because I'm recording through my phone. Down here, you got your pre-records. You got off 7, 10, and 15 seconds, which I run that off. I find that scopes that have the recoil activated recording, when they work a little too good. And then you got ones that just don't work. You need a lot of force. I prefer not to have a bunch of recordings while I'm traveling spot to spot in my truck, because I do not turn my scopes off. I just put them to sleep. My old Bolt 50, when they first came out with that update for it, yeah, I did not care for it at all. I think I had close to almost 2 hours of a black screen and just hearing us chit chat. Like, our conversations were interesting, but yeah, I mean, it just took up too much memory on your scope. So we'll go back in here. So then you got your audio on and off. Your smart IR, that is at nighttime. So smart IR, the way that works, if you turn it on, it'll automatically adjust the brightness of your screen to the light that you are providing. So say you got these weeds right here in front of you, right? Like if I'm trying to see something past that at night with my IR light on, with smart IR, it'll actually darken up everything behind that. If you run smart IR off, you do not have that issue. It'll actually blast right through that because it's not whitewashing your screen. It'll actually look past that object and let the light shine through, and your scope will be able to take it in. Then you got your auto screen on and off. Your function settings, you can change what's on your on-screen display, date, time. Actually turn on your display and off your display. You can put your pitch scale on. I'll leave that on so I can show you. And then you can turn off the AGM logo. You can turn that off or on. Press and hold to back up. Go down, and you got your general settings. Down here you got your language, your time. You can go 12 or 24 hours. Your date, yards to meters. Auto power your scope off. You can select where it'll automatically turn off after so long. I don't worry about that. And then your restore. And then that's how much memory that you have currently left. And then, of course, your version that you're in. So that's it for the menu. We're going to go ahead and do some zeroing videos, so stay tuned for that. Alright, we're going to do the zeroing process here with AFM Spectrum 4K LRF. Now, this cannot record while I go into the menu, so this is being done through the phone. Keep in mind, through the optic, it is way clear. In any video that you're going to see, either day shooting or night shooting. So, just a little heads up, it is way clear through the screen. I'm going to go into the menu here, going to go to advanced, going to go to zeroing. Profile 1. I already ranged this with the LRF. I'll go ahead and do it again. So you guys can pick it up here. Let me back out of here real quick, so you can see the actual yardage we're at here. I already punched in 54 yards. When I back out all the way, you'll see there's the LRF box. I'm going to go ahead and range it quick. Oh, 53. Okay. 53, 54 yards. Alright, so I'm going back into the menu here. Advanced settings, zeroing. 54 yards. I'm using my reticle number 9. I'm going to leave it yellow for nighttime. So you're going to go in here and zoom up to whatever you want. And by the way, I'm going to get questions, I'm sure. The reasoning behind me shooting in right around 50. So with a 50 yard zero, I am dead on the whole way out to 230 yards is where I'm back to zero. And I'm just under 2 inches at 100 yards. Just over 2 inches high at 100. Which means I can hold on the fur at like 275, maybe 300 if I hold back the spine. I do that just because my normal range of shooting. If they're out there at 250, I just hold dead on. Right for the face. They're done. My 22-250, which I just got done sighting in, that's got the bolt, the I-Ray bolt TX60. That one is on a 22-250, and I also zero that at 50 yards. And the reasoning behind that is at 50 yards, it's also a 327 yard zero. Which, for the most part, is probably going to be the maximum range I would ever shoot with that. So, even though I got an LRF on it with the ballistic calculator, I really don't need it. The highest it's shooting is about 150 yards. At 150 yards with the 22-250, I am shooting it. It's just under, right around 3.5 inches. Just short of 4 inches shooting high at 150 yards. So, it's more than manageable. It's hold shoulder, dead on, they're done, they're dropped. So, anyway, I digress. So we're into the 28 times here. I'll back out of this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to shoot. Take safety off. Again, this is a 223. I'm running 55 grain soft points from Freedom Munitions. That's all I run. I found it to be highly accurate ammo for the price. So, you can check their website out on your own if you want to see what pricing is going to be. I am shooting on my tripod. I'm going to slide this forward a little bit. Anytime you're zeroing your stuff in, I recommend shooting off of your tripod, because if you're shooting on a tripod out in the field for coyotes and hogs or whatnot, you need to get as much practice as you can with your tripod, because what you're going to shoot on a bench is nowhere even close to what you're going to be shooting on a tripod. So, I'm going to go ahead and pick up the center target here. Shooting a little high. So, let me just double check. Let me shoot one more. I hate zooming in all the way. Let me back this out just a tad. Every little movement you do is equated into that. And I am sitting down. I usually stand up, which would help with zeroing it in, but it's okay. Yeah, what's the same? Oh, pretty close. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and zoom in all the way back up to 28. Go here to the freeze function. Oh, that's a little off. Keep short pressing your menu until you get it freaking right. That's pretty close. Now we go to max Y. And I mean, left to right's pretty good. So I'd recommend, I don't know, I'm going to leave that there. You get a short press to go down to your Y. Just take this up to where my bullets hit. I'm kind of going to split the difference here and go right off the tip of the diamond. Press and hold. Now, just so that the stuff saves, I'm going to press and hold again. Now, take your time doing this, because this thing will rotate pretty quick. But whatever's red is what's highlighted, so I'm on OK. I'm going to save it. It's going to save it. Then I'm going to go back into zeroing, just in case I need to make any adjustments. Go back to 28 power. And I'm just going to verify. That might have been me. Yeah, the first one was me. So, I'm just going to adjust this just a touch. You can see the mirage from my suppressor. It's really making it a little tough. So I'm just going to bring this down just a touch. Save parameters. Just like that, I am done. I do have one more shot, so let me just confirm again. And back out of this menu completely. Just go to the normal. Press and hold your L or F button to bring up your picture-in-picture. Like I said, when you go to zoom this in with your picture-in-picture on, it's going to leave your other stuff on base mag, your main screen. So, I do really, really like that. That mirage is a little trippy. I'm actually out. Let me just pop 2 in here quick. Starting to get pretty hot out here too. We'll go to the top one, I guess. Not too bad. I pulled the first one again. Again, I'm just standing up. I'm just sitting down, man. It's so freaking hot out here already. Breeze is going though. So, anyway, that's the sighting process. The gist of it. It's pretty simple. I'll fine tune this off the camera here so that it's ready for tonight. Yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. Alright, thanks.